Do you believe? Do you believe in this team like LV does? Big time win for them boys. 108-105 in overtime. Go up 1-0 in the series East semifinals. The Knicks beat the Celtics. What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live Show. Do you believe, man? Do you believe in this team? Big time win for them boys. Big time win for them boys. Big shouts to everybody coming through. Big Taz, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. This Rover, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Do you believe? Do you believe in this team, man? 108-105. Oh, man. A roller coaster of emotions. Where do I begin? Once again, man, I appreciate everybody coming through Rock with me, man. I truly, truly do. LV was going berserk in my crib. Berserk. The Knicks go down by 20. I said, here we go again. Then we start off that third quarter led by OG Anunoby, who was huge tonight, going a 20-9 run. And the Knicks are back in it. And the closer does what he always does, right? Brunson with that step back three in Horford's face to put us up 97-91, but Boston does what they do. They storm back on to overtime, and Mikal Bridges knocks down that corner three, put us up by 6. Towns gets that tip in, put us up 103-108. Then Mikal Bridges gets the steal, rips it out of Jaylen Brown's arms, throws the ball into the stands. And the Knicks get home court back. We're up 1-0 in the series, people. Do you believe? Do you believe in this team, man? Coach, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Oh, man. Don't you love this team? Don't you love this team, man? It's the emotions. That's why sports is so beautiful, man. Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. This game was a total team effort, man. A total team effort. Total team effort. Not everybody played great in moments. Like I said, there were certain moments in the game, once again, we were down by 20. But then that push that we made in that third quarter was huge. And everybody contributing, even Mitch getting offensive rebounds. Mitch, of course, with the hacker Mitch, okay, he's got tight up on his free throws, but he was even big. He was contesting big shots on Tatum, which made it hard for Tatum. What about Deuce coming off the bench? He was big with his points. The return of Deuce tonight. And then Josh Hart being Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges, man. This guy, you guys constantly destroy this guy. And I told you guys months ago, everybody in this here and rocking with LV Live, I told you guys months ago, you were going to need him in the playoffs. You're going to need him. Back-to-back big playoff games for him. Jeremy, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Jay Supreme, oh my whole crew's coming through rocking with me tonight. Big time win for them boys. Flexing their muscle in Ballstown. In Beantown. I said it here on the show. I said it here. Everybody's been rocking with me. I said it here. I said, you're going to need this guy, man. You're going to need this guy. He didn't shoot great. So what? That doesn't impact the game. Everything else that you do impacts the game, man. And what about OG Anunoby, man? What about OG Anunoby? Back-to-back 20-point games, 22 against Detroit in a closeout game, and 29 tonight. How huge was he? Huge tonight with them three-pointers. Huge. Great game by the Knicks, man. Great game. Listen, I thought they came out great, too, in that first quarter. I thought they came out great. But that second quarter is what hurt them. They lost that second quarter 20-35. Boston ended that that second quarter on 13 to, what was that? I think it was a 13-3 run, something insane. And that's what pretty much put them up. But then we were huge in that third, man. Like I said, going on that 20-9 run, we won the third quarter 30-23. And then that fourth quarter, man, was just clutch, right? Just big plays after the captain coming up with big time shots. I thought he had that runner too. That runner went in and out. If he would have hit that, it would have been game over. We'd have put him to sleep early. But you know how the Knicks do? They have to make it dramatic. They have to make it dramatic. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Corey Lindsay, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Overtime win for them boys. Go 1-0 in the series. There was a part in this game when we came back and we were going back and forth in that fourth quarter. MBIC, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. I said we got to win this game. This is a game that we have to snatch from. This is a steal game. We stole this game tonight. Because I thought Boston, they kind of came in there cruising, right? They were not really focused. You could see by the amount of threes they took. They shot 63 pointers tonight, man. 63 pointers. Even when they were missing, they kept chucking. NBA record, they missed 45 3-pointers. They were 15 for 60 tonight. That's insane, man. That's insane. Listen, they're a great team, man, but that's just not good basketball, man. It's just not. And this is where people were saying that they just don't like, just the way the league is going, right? Because it doesn't make any sense. Drew Holiday, it was a play, man, that was ill. Drew Holiday got an offensive rebound. He could have went right back up, but he kicked it out to Derek White. He knocked down the three, but the point is that's not good basketball. Like, that's just not. You guys aren't hitting from the outside. You know what I'm saying? So that's just bad, man. That's just bad hoops. This is bigger than just the Knicks winning. I'm happy the Knicks won, but it's just bad basketball, man. It's just bad basketball. And that's what the Knicks were baiting on. They were baiting on the fact that they knew that they were going to take bad shots. And that's what they did because it wasn't like they were like, some of them were wide open threes, but a lot of them were scrambled threes. Like, they're scrambling. Like, everyone's running to the 3-point line. And then also, too, guys, they're taking 3-pointers like 5 feet outside of the 3-point line. Like, everyone's chucking from deep like they're Steph Curry. Like, I get it, man. They can knock it down. We already know that. We already know how good they are. But when you're missing, you got to be able to adjust. And that's the thing with this team. They don't seem like if they're missing, they adjust. They change. So with that being said, I think the Knicks can get these boys in 7, man. I think we can get them. And I said it before. Big shouts to Ant over there on Knicks Nation, man. I said, listen, I think the Knicks are going to win in the 7, man. If we can steal one of these wins in Boston, it changes everything. And now we got home court, man. This is a wake-up call. This is sent shockwaves in the NBA right now tonight. Definitely because of the way the Knicks played. Let's go to the highlights, guys. Let's go to the highlights because I thought it was a great game, man, for them boys, and I thought they really got after it, man. So let's go to the highlights here. I will say this though, guys. I really truly think that Detroit series really got the Knicks ready for tonight. It really did. Pulling out gritty wins, not losing your composure in big time moments. I thought that really prepared the Knicks to come in here and steal this game. Also, too, guys, this is the Knicks' first time winning 4 straight road games in the playoffs since 1999. 4 straight road games. And that year in 1999, guys, remember, that's when we went to the finals. That was the Allen Houston team. So, so for me, I'm paying attention to that, right? We're not rattled by certain things. We're not. We've got a lot of tough-minded guys. We're not a weak-minded team. And that's the beauty of that. But that's because we're led by our captain, man. He's the ringleader here. And he's got ice water in his veins, so he doesn't feel it. And you saw it in that fourth quarter when he started scorching people. And I said, here he comes. And they're lucky that he didn't hit that runner because that runner was in there. It was in and out. In and out. He makes shots like that in his sleep. And if you notice, after he hit that shot, he was smiling, right? He was smiling because he knew that was right there. That's his shot. Vibes, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Big time win for them boys, 108-105. The captain, 29 points, 5 assists. The Knicks go up 1-0 in the semifinals, man, in the Eastern Conference. And so I think that's the importance of, just everybody playing together, man. Just everybody playing together as a team. And not getting too rattled about who's missing shots, who's making shots, whatever. Just keep on going. They kind of panned away too. I don't know if you heard, they had Mitch mic'd up. They had Mitch mic'd up. And Mitch was talking to him during the game. I don't know if you guys heard it, but Mitch was saying to them, listen, guys, we've been here before. Like we're good. We've been here before. So that's the beauty of that, man. You kind of get an inside look into how these guys really feel about it. And like I said, guys, this is a beautiful, beautiful place to be, man, because it's like an us against the world mentality. And that's what makes things awesome, man, because you know that a lot of people don't feel that you should win this game. A lot of people feel like you should get smoked. A lot of people feel that way. And so when you go into a game like this, it's just you against the world. That's the best place to be in as a player, man. To be the underdog and to play the villain, like to play the spoiler role. That's always the best place to be, because now you're playing with house money. There's no pressure on you because everyone expects you to lose. Everyone expects you to get blown out. So it ain't nothing. You're just playing free. You're playing loose. You're not overthinking it. You just go out there and you play hard, and that's it. You could tell Boston started playing tight. Whereas we started playing better, they started playing tight. And they're the defending champs. Corey Linder said, any news on Porzingis? Yeah, man, he was sick, man. I don't know. They said, I don't know, man. They said he was sick. Hey, man, it is what it is, man. It's the playoffs, man. No one cared about us when OG Anunoby got hurt last year. So it is what it is, man. Hey, whatever. You know what I mean? You got to go out there with your next players. Guys got to step up. Tim, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Big time win for them boys, 108-105. And so to me, I think that's key here, man. Like, we're battle tested, man. We're battle tested. We're battle tested. And that's something you got to love, man. You got to love that about this team. Because during the game, I didn't see us flinch at all. At all. And now, guys, this is the second game now, guys. Earl Garros, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Big time win for them boys, 108-105. OG Anunoby, 29 points, 4 rebounds. Guys, this is the second game in a row now. We've come out ready to go in the third quarter. So I think those layup lines are working. What do you guys think? I think it comes down to those layup lines. We seemed ready to go in that third quarter, and we fought our way back. I thought Deuce's minutes were huge. This is the Deuce that we expect to see. I thought his defense was great too. I thought he was playing uber confident, uber aggressive, vintage Deuce. And that is what we need coming off the bench. We also saw a Precious sighting tonight. He was part of that that third quarter run where they went on a 13-3 run, man. You can't play Precious, man. You just can't. When he's out there, man, they're like licking their chops. Everyone over there saying barbecue chicken, man. So, so I don't know, man. Precious might have played himself out of minutes tonight, man. Who knows? But I'm just saying, with that, I don't know, man. I think he's out the rotation for good. But that third quarter was huge, man. That 20-9 run was big, led by OG Anunoby, man. I mean, he came ready to go tonight, right? And what about the defense that he played on Tatum, man? Tatum did not shoot well tonight, and neither did Brown. Our wings came to play tonight, man. Look at the game summary. Look at the stat. I'll go over it with you guys in 1 second. I just want to look at Tatum's numbers, man. Tatum was terrible tonight, man. Tatum was 7 for 23 from the field, 4 for 15 from 3. 23 points. Tatum was terrible, man. Terrible. And Jaylen Brown, he was 7 for 20, 1 for 10 from three. I mean, listen, man, listen. The Wings came to play today, man. The Wings came to play. The Wings came to play, man. You got to love them for that. I thought they were exceptional tonight defensively. All right, guys, let's look at the stats here, man. So the Knicks shot 43% from the field. The Celtics shot 35%, okay? Look at the three-pointers, man. We were 17 for 37. They were 15 for 60. That's the ball game right there. That's the ball game. They shot 35% from the field. See, that's where the three-pointer thing is, man. That's the gift and the curse of the three. That's the gift and the curse of that. Because, I mean, look at that. I mean, that's disgusting, man. That's really bad basketball. That's just, you're just out there chucking. But look at the free throws, guys. This is where we almost hurt ourselves tonight. 17 for 31, man. What is that? That's almost about 50%, man. Just above 50% from three, from the stripe, man. 54% from 3-point line, from free throws. And I get it. You know, a big part of that is Mitch. Mitch was like 3 for 10. But, you know, Josh missed a couple. I think OG Anunoby missed one. Brunson missed one. And yeah, Josh was 3 for 6, man. He was 3 for 6. He's got to knock those down, man. But a big part of it was Mitch. But look at the steals, guys. Look at the steals. Look at me turnovers. We had 16 steals tonight we had, guys. Look at that. It's only Boston's 4. But the largest lead they had was 20 hours, was 6. But we destroyed that, man. It was big. OG Anunoby tied the game up with that steal. That was huge. Him coming off of that Tatum steal. Came down with that dunk. That made the game 86-86. And once we were in striking distance, that's where you have the captain go off. Brunson was huge, man. Brunson was huge. Huge. I thought he had that runner, man. I thought he had that. I thought he had that runner, man. But that saved him. Because usually he makes those. Big time win, man. Big time win. Oh, man, I was LV was going berserk in my crib, man. I couldn't help it, man. Ah, man. All right, let's see what everybody's talking about in the chat here. Disc Rover says we back, LV. Yo, Disc Rover, we here, man. We here. I told you, man. I think we get these boys in 7. I think we get them out of here in 7. And then you see us winning in Boston, man. We're not afraid of playing on the road, man. We have no issue with that. We were a better road team, I believe, than we were a home team. Or it was maybe even, but I think we were great on the road, man. My man Tim up in here, Harlem all day. Boston lives and dies by the 3, man. If we make it hard for them during this series, we beating them. Agreed, Tim. Agreed. Jay Supreme says, I think Boston is going to be a little shook after this game, up by 20 and still lost. Yeah, man. Yo, Jay, man. Jay, I'm not going to lie, Jay. If they would have kept it simple, man, and just play regular hoops, man, they beat us tonight, man. Because they just was out scheming us in a lot of different ways. But I think what played a big part, Jay, was that those long threes that they were missing, we were taking the ball and we were running. We weren't really, and that was Josh Hart, right? Pushing the pace, getting a lot of fast break points. Like, that was big for us. Those long threes led to easy 2s for us, and that's where we were able to chip away the lead. And I thought Deuce was great, too, coming off the bench, knocking down a couple of threes. He had 11 points tonight in 19 minutes. Deuce was fabulous. But that's what really kind of got us going in that third quarter, man. Of course, OG Anunoby, but that was huge. Those long rebounds and us being able to push it up, push the pace. And that's what changed things, because the half-court offense we were struggling in. You could see it. And that's the Tibbs thing, right? Because that read and reacting doesn't really work. When you're playing against a defense like Boston that could really settle in. That read and react really works when it's Brunson at the end of the game and he can do his thing. But throughout the course of the game, that half-court offense, it just looks bad. But we were able to get out and run and push the pace with Josh Hart getting those long rebounds. And that really helped us kind of get back into the game. OG Anunoby hit a couple of threes. And before you know it, I think it was an avalanche of things. Avalanche. And I thought also, too, what was big, too. Remember, Pritchard went to the ground and Josh snatched it out of his arm and we pushed it up. And I think we got a layup out of that. Or I think it was a Brunson 3. I think it was a Brunson 3, actually. That was big. That was huge because that was a momentum shift because we let them know, listen, they're going to have to fight tonight. They're going to have to fight. And that's the stuff, to me, we learned from the Detroit series. And we brought that tonight. Now, they have physicality, too. They played a physical team, too, in Orlando. But Orlando doesn't have the offensive punch that we have. They just don't. They don't. And then, of course, they don't have the closer like we got. He's different. You know what I mean? So even though Towns had a bad night, he's also great offensively. So those teams don't have the offensive punches that we have. So if we get after it and get gritty, like we know we can make this a series. Jay Supreme says, I agree, man. We're more gritty, a tougher team. Boston is more skilled. Agreed, man. Agreed. Corey Lindsay says, thank you, Detroit, for your toughness. Agreed. That's what it was, man. That prepared us for this. You know what I'm saying? That prepared us for this. It really did. Judas Revenge, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming to Rock with LV Live. He says, this was the best defense I've seen all season. You know why? This is easy. You know what? They switched on everything. This is what I said. I said it on this show. Big shouts to Ant again over there in Knicks Nation. I did a show yesterday. I said, yo, they got to switch everything. And that's what they did. Excuse my language. Once again, you got to nut up. You got to play defense. Brunson did that. He stayed in front of. You got to guard, man. You can't be switching and all this other. Excuse me, not switching. You can't be chasing and running off trying to look for help. No. It's the playoffs. You got to play defense. You got to get up in there and you got to defend. You can't be looking for help. And I thought that's what the Knicks did today. They switched and everybody took responsibility defensively for their guy. And that's it. You got to defend. I thought Towns was there. I thought also, too, man, there was a couple of like ticky-tack fouls on Towns. I think that got Towns out of his rhythm because he started cooking in that second quarter. And then when he sat down is when they went on their run. But that kind of got him out of his rhythm, man. That Brown foul that they called him, that bump, even that three-pointer that Tatum shot, and he fell into him a little bit, that wasn't a foul, man. Like, that's a tough one. Like, you can't, come on. You know what I mean? So it was a couple of things and I think that kind of got Towns off his rhythm. But Towns had that big tip in overtime, which I thought was big, and he had a lot of big-time rebounds. Towns was great on the boards tonight. He had 13 rebounds tonight, 14 and 13. Believe it or not, guys, Towns was 6 for 13 tonight. He only shot 1 3-pointer, but that's because he didn't play. He had 5 personal fouls, man. So, you know, I still thought he was okay. I didn't think he was great, but I didn't think he was bad neither. I thought he came on big moments. But Judah, I think that's kind of like what happened here, man. They switched everything, and they forced Boston to say, "Yo, man, listen, we're not going to give up nothing easy." And everybody defended, man. Everybody defended. Great win, man. Great win. Oh, here he goes. MBIC's back. He's back, everybody. A pillar here in the LV Live show. Big shouts to him. Here he goes. Look, I saw the captain clutch go 0 for 3 in OT. So what? So what, MBIC? So what? He's the reason why we were in OT. He's the reason why. You saw what he did in that fourth quarter? And he would have had the runner. It went in and out. The game would have been over. Yo, he's the reason why, man. Them step back threes on Horford had them boys, they were shook after that. Then he penetrated, hit OG Anunoby in that corner, man, for that 3. Bang, bang. Come on. Listen, he did it all, man. He did it all tonight. He was the closer. Gravity says, how about our stellar defense, man, especially on those screen switches, Gravity? There you go. That's what I said, Gravity. I said, yo, we got to switch everything. I said it. Listen, guys, you heard it here on this show. I said you got to switch everything. You cannot drop. That's done with this series. You can maybe do it next series, even who we play next series, whether it's the Pacers or whether it's the Cavs. You can't do drop with none of those teams because they can knock down the 3. They can make you pay. You cannot drop, man. You got to defend. You got to defend. You got to lock in, man. It's the playoffs. And to me, I thought that was big. They did not. They switched on everything, Gravity, and that's what helped us tonight, big time. Everybody's coming through, man. I appreciate everybody coming through tonight, man. Makes LV feel good, man. Everybody's rocking. We're feeling good tonight. Upset win tonight. Upset. Jay Supreme says, we needed that win, man, to show these dudes and ourselves that we can beat them, even when we didn't play our best. Jay, Detroit was big, but you know what was even bigger, Jay? That last game in the Garden when we should have beat them. I think that gave us a lot of confidence because we saw then, even in that game, that, we could beat these dudes. And every single time, guys, that we played them this year, we've gotten closer and closer and closer to beating them. First game, we lost by 27, opening night. Then by 23. Then by 13, we lost. Then the last game, we lost by 2. We're getting closer and closer to beating these guys. And then tonight, we beat them. On the road, in a hostile environment, in the playoffs. Regular season doesn't matter now, man. It's 0-0 in the playoffs. And so that's the mindset of this team. And so they went into it like, whatever, man. No one cares about the regular season. No one does right now. Boston definitely doesn't. Because now they know they're in a fight. And that's the beauty, man. That's the beauty of the playoffs, and that's the beauty of tonight. Hey guys, let's hear from Tibbs, man. Let's hear from Tibbs. Thought he did a masterful job tonight, man.
We fixed that. So some were good, some have to be a lot better. So the important thing for us is to understand what it is. It's one win, and then understand that we have to reset and get ready for game 2. Yeah, and it's been, this team has fought all year. It's been a pretty good road team. We've had to endure some things with guys being out, and I think over time that helps you. You build up, your mental toughness and understanding how important that is. And it's like I said, it's one game. There's a lot of emotional highs and lows in a playoff, but no matter what happens, you have to keep moving forward. Yeah, no, just, it was a great look. Shot it great, didn't go in. It's part of the game. Next play. OG was terrific the whole game. Just, multiple effort plays, that sort of thing. And then the thing I don't want to overlook is, Josh was terrific also. But, Cat had foul trouble. But the rebounding and making tough plays at the end, that was huge for us. And so I think when you think about that, if you look at, his stats shooting wise, he helped us win. And that's the most important thing. And the same can be said from Mikal. Mikal came up with some big time rebounds in traffic and then the steal at the end. And so whatever we have to do to find a way to win, that's the most important thing. So don't get wrapped up in any personal dilemmas or anything like that. Put the team first and just find a way to win.
Well said by Tibbs, man. Well said by the coach. And listen, there's nobody that's been harder on him than me. But you got to give him his flowers today, man. I thought he made great adjustments defensively with not going to that drop. Everybody switching. I thought it was great. And I thought his guys came out and played well, man. I love what he said about Mikal, man. I thought it was great. Listen, Mikal didn't shoot well tonight, man. But listen, guys, 6 rebounds tonight, man. 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks tonight, man. That's how you impact the game, man. That's how you impact the game. In 51 minutes he played tonight. 51! That's basically the whole game. Doesn't matter. And then how big was that corner 3, man? To put us up 6. How big was that? Ice water. He wasn't shooting great at all. But to hit that in that corner, put us up 6 was huge. That gave us the cushion. And to me, that was the ball game after that. That Towns hit was big because it gave us 108. So I believe it was 103. But that was huge, that corner 3, because now it puts the pressure on them. Man. I thought Josh was sensational also, too. Look at Josh's number, man. Josh was 14-11, 3 assists, 2 steals. I thought he was exceptional. Josh Hart was Josh Hart tonight, man. Everybody was a star in their role tonight, man. Everybody. Everybody was a star in their role. Even Deuce, right? I spoke about Deuce, right? He went 11 points tonight, 4 for 6 from field goals, but Deuce was 3 for 6 from 3, man. 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Everybody was a star in their role. You got to love it, man. You got to love it. You got to love it. I thought we really wanted it tonight, and I thought we sent a clear message to them, man, that we're here. So you know what? Let's be ready to ball. That regular season stuff is over. And I thought that's what I saw tonight from this team, man. You got to love it. You have to love it, man. And now this is a series now. Now it's a series. Now it's a series. But I don't want this team to get too excited. You know, listen, it's just one game. It's just one game. It's just nothing that, you know what I mean, it happened. Tomorrow's off. We get back in the gym. We act like it's 0-0 again. Don't worry about winning the series. Winning about winning the game. That's it. The series, that'll take care of itself. Worry about winning Wednesday. That's it. Here goes my man Disc Rover, man. It says, I'm going to bring us down to earth again just a little bit. Boston shot 15 for 60 tonight. They will not continue to shoot like this. We got to look even harder. Excuse me, we got to lock in even harder. They're going to want that lick back right on Wednesday. Agreed. But you know what, Disc Rover? You got to bring that same intensity every night. That's why I just said what I said, right? You got to have the mindset like, you know what? It's still 0-0. Let's worry about winning this game, and that's it. Because they're going to come out ready to go. They're really going to want it. They're not going to, listen, they're not going to want to go back to the Garden down 2-0. They're not going to want to do, because all we need to do is win one at the Garden. So, you know, the pressure is back on them in a sense. But they're the champs, man. They've been here before. So I expect a better effort from them. But I will say this Grover. If they continue to go out there and chuck up threes and shoot threes, and they're missing and they're just avoiding layups, just to go three hunting, it's gonna be a long series, man. They're gonna have a tough time because we're changing up. Tibbs has changed up his defensive responsibilities and what he wants people to do. But now he's got to be prepared for Mazzulla to change up some things too. So Tibbs has got to be able be ready for the counter that's going to come and be able to adjust, because adjustments are coming on Boston's end. So we got to be ready for that. CC, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Big time win for them boys, 108-105. OG Anunoby, 29 big points. My man Tim says, I don't think we did anything yet, LV. I think we was feeling the Celtics out now. We got an idea. How can we play them and beat them? Agreed. This was Tim. This was just a point to where I think we sent a message, right, Tim, that it's not going to be like the regular season. And so it woke up the sleeping giant, because I think they are a sleeping giant, because they probably coasted in here like, oh, we're going to smack these bums because look what we did to them during the regular season. And I thought this woke them up. So now we got to be prepared once again, like I said, for the counter punch, man. And Tibbs has got to be ready to counter. You know what I'm saying? Just like a boxer. You got to be ready for that. Because trust me, Mazzulla's going back. He probably didn't go home. He's probably still, he went to the facility and said, let me watch this tape and see what we did wrong. You know what I'm saying? Vob says, we ain't scared. Yo, we ain't never scared, man. We ain't never scared, man. Never. Big Taz says, LV, man, we also need to keep in mind that the Knicks still didn't play a good game and we still won. Agreed, Big Task. Well said also. We didn't play that well either. Mikal didn't shoot well. We didn't. So, I think both teams can play better, right? But the game is ill, man, because I thought Towns had it going. And Towns getting in that foul trouble really hurt us offensively, to where OG Anunoby stepped up big time. But imagine if we had Towns' production. Imagine if we're knocking down our free throws. I think this is an easy win for us, man. Free throws, what we set? I think we it was insane what we shot from the stripe, man. What, we 17 for 31? Yeah, we were 17 for 31. We missed, what was that? What's that number? What was that? 15? No, I'm bugging. That's 14. We missed 14 free throws tonight. That's 14 points we left on the table, man. So, that changes things. If we can knock down at least 10, right? So now we're looking at 118 and 105, right? So that changes the whole dynamic of things. And also, too, if Towns can be Towns. And he doesn't kind of get, shook up a bit by, what the foul trouble and all that other stuff. Because I definitely think that got him out of his rhythm. Cece says one key thing they did tonight, they absorbed the 20-point run and they kept it close. Cece, you know what was great, I thought? The resiliency. And it's kind of like what I said earlier, CC. It's what Mitch was saying. They had Mitch mic'd up tonight. And Mitch was saying, listen, we've been here before. Let's keep working. Let's keep working. And that third quarter, man, once again, listen, it must be the layup lines. I don't know. But we came up with a different type of fire. And we closed out that third quarter going on a 20-9 run. And I think that woke us up a bit. And now, with Boston kind of getting this lead, and like we're not afraid of that anymore. And I think also, too, we kind of shook off that little monkey on our back that, we lost to those guys 4 times. And so now we know that we can play with them and we know we can beat them. So now that changes your mindset going into game 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Because now you feel like you could beat these guys. And that's huge, getting a win like that. Huge. Because now it's the mental gymnastics, right? Now you got over that hump. Now like, okay, your mindset is a little different now. Jay Supreme says the Knicks punched back after going down 20. Early in the season, we would have folded when we got down like that. Jay, that's why I think that Detroit series was big for us. Big, because we learned a lot about who we were as a team. We learned a lot about each other. And that's what playoffs do with a lot of teams, right? You become battle tested. And I think that that's what happened in this series, in that series, Jay. We became battle tested. And once again, guys, this is year 1 of this. This is year 1. So us kind of getting a feel of who we are as a team, the relationships, all those things, the brotherhood that's being built in there, in that locker room is huge. Going through games like this and going through a series like this. And so now we never feel like we're out of the fight. We always feel like we can come back and win. And that's the beauty. And with having a closer like Brunson, man, that changes everything for us. Atlantic Lion, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. One of my day ones. Hope all is well with you, sir. Big time win for them boys. 108 to 105 in OT, man. This feels good, man. This feels good. Great way to start the week. Big Taz says, LV question. Do you think that it could be a good strategy to allow the Celtics to play Hacker Mitch, which can help get them in foul trouble? Yes and no. I mean, I see what you're saying because that's what happened with them. They started fouling and stuff like that. And it kind of put Luke Cornett in some foul issues. Drew Holiday, I believe. Who else? There's someone else. I think it was Horford too, and a couple of guys. They kind of yeah. That would be something to consider. Something to consider. But Mitch has got to knock down his free throws, man. He's got to knock them down. He's got to knock them down because they're doing that for a reason. Big task. They're doing that because Mitch is a problem defensively. He gives them problems. You saw it with Tatum, right? Tatum can't get to the rack and finish threes the way he can. Mitch moves his feet really well. And he makes it really, really hard for Tatum because he's so big and athletic. So he can't get by Mitch, and Mitch is a great rebounder, and he's tough in that Baja. They want him off the court. And they don't want the Knicks going to that double big because they can't deal with that. They just can't. They don't have the size or the athleticism to be able to deal with Town and Mitch in that paint. So, yeah, I mean, they can. I mean, it's a strategy to get them in foul trouble. But I think the biggest thing is that Mitch has got to knock down his free throws, man. But I do see exactly where you see the strategy coming from. Tim says they was up 20. They just knew they had the game until the squad turned up. their defense, and they let them know this is not the regular season. Agreed, man. Agreed. Wins like this builds a lot of camaraderie with your team, man. A lot of camaraderie. So I think that this is big, man. This is big. Ooh, look at Tim right here. Tim is dropping heat. He said, like I mentioned in the chat, if the Celtics lose the next game, they getting swept. Ooh, Tim, man. I don't know, man. They're too good, man. They're too good. I don't think if we beat them, let's say we win Wednesday, right? They're gonna win one in the Garden, man. They're gonna win one in the Garden. They are. We're not gonna sweep these boys, man. They're too good of a team, man. They're gonna knock some of those threes down. Now, how are we gonna be offensively? See, the game is ill because it depends on the flow of the game. How the refs are calling. I thought the refs were calling it really, really tight tonight. Really tight. A couple of fouls on even on them a couple of times. I didn't think was a foul. Like, you know what I mean? And certain times with us, I didn't think it was a foul. The ref was really, even that call. Remember that call that they called on Sam Hauser? He sprained his ankle on OG Anunoby on that three. Yo, how late was that, man? The play was going on for like a good another 20 seconds, and then a guy blows a whistle. I'm like, yo, who got fouled? He's talking about a foul all the way on the other side of the court. I'm like, yo, and I'm a Knicks fan, but even that, I was like, yo, man, these guys are like, I don't know what they're doing. The play was over. Brunson got the rebound. He's going to the rim. Then the ref blows a whistle. I'm like, yo, what is he calling? He called the foul all the way across that. He was on the opposite end. He called that foul. So So once again, you gotta kind of adjust to how the game is being called, right? And so I think that's something the Knicks got to definitely adjust to, man. Definitely adjust to. Hey guys, let's listen from Josh Hart, man. I thought he was exceptional tonight, man. Another great Josh Hart game, man, in the playoffs.
High 30s, 40s from three. They want, they're good shooters, and some of them were good looks. So I think y'all saw it took us a little while to figure out how this series is going to be. We got beat with bats for 6 games, so we brought out bats here, and I was like, I don't know if we could have been as physical. So, it took us a little while to figure out how, the game was going to be called, but that's part of the playoffs, part of the game. You got to figure out by game, series by series, and like I said, it was a tough win, and happy we got it. We got to move on.
Talk about overcoming missing 14 free throws, coming back double digits. The effort that it took.
Yeah, I couldn't make it a free throw. I think I missed. I was 3 for 6. I was terrible. But yeah, like I said, it was just toughness, just grittiness. We have a tremendous amount of confidence for everyone that wears a Knicks jersey, and everyone came in and contributed and helped in a positive way.
So I showed you the way Mikal impacted the game, particularly late.
Yeah, that's who Mikal is. He's got a lot of criticism, and he never lets that affect him. And I don't know how many games, down the stretch that he's won for us. It's on the defensive side alone. The Brooklyn game, the block. The Chicago game, you got a block at the end. Big game this time. Couple, in the Detroit series. So he's been a huge part for this team. Sometimes those things get overlooked, and people just look at stats and they lose sight of how valuable of a player that he is. And he went out there and shot wasn't falling, but he had a big 3 in overtime. I think it was overtime. Plays that go overlooked. He had a back tip. I think that I think Jalen ended up missing the 3. Broke jump shot. But, just plays like that. His motor is, always goes. He's a winning player. He makes winning plays, and he should be celebrated for that.
Well said by Josh Hart, man. Definitely one of the leaders on this team outside of Brunson, man. I truly think that, his, no pun intended, man, he is the heart and soul of this team because I thought he was exceptional again tonight. He was the motor. He really was. And I'm glad he says the things that he says about Mikal, man, because this is what I've been saying all year, man. This is what I've been saying. Like he said, things kind of get lost in stats. Like people aren't watching the games. All these analytic guys, all these nerds need to put the textbooks away, need to put the computers away, and all these other analytical things they use and watch the game, man. Watch the game. Watch what this guy does and how he impacts winning. Yeah, he doesn't knock down shots all the time. So what? He comes up with big buckets. What about that big bucket, those 2 threes that he had over there before Towns hit that big 3 in Detroit? What about those 2 threes, man? That put us back in contention. What about how great he played last game? He had 25 points. He didn't do nothing offensively tonight, but he hit that big 3 in the corner. He comes up with big steals, big deflections. Like, look, just look at the things that he does to help you win, man. It's called winning basketball, man. Just win the game. And that's what he does, man. That's what he does. And to me, when you're on a team, that's all that matters, man. What do you do to impact winning? Because what if we're losing, but yet he averaging 28? So what does it matter? Are the picks even worth it? The picks feel like they're worth it now, don't they? Because of what this guy gives in all aspects of the game. Just like OG Anunoby, right? OG Anunoby, what he does, you see him tonight. This is why he's getting paid $212 million. He scored 29 points tonight, knocked down threes. But look at what he did to Tatum. Tatum was 7 for 23. Tatum is among the elite scorers in this league. And OG Anunoby is one of the best two-way players in this game, man. That's why he's getting paid what he's getting paid. The biggest contract ever in Knicks history. That's a fact. Look it up. This is why, man. This is why. People felt he shouldn't have got the money. People felt we shouldn't trade for Bridges and get those picks. And those 2 guys were a big reason as to why we won tonight. Even with Towns having a dreadful night. Exactly, CC. Look at CC right here. See? Winning intangibles, man. Agreed. And to me, that's all that matters, man. That's all that matters. And also, too, do you impact winning, man? Do you impact winning? That's it. That's it. And I think that's the most important thing, man. That's the most important thing. And I think for me, that kind of gets lost a lot of times, man. And I think that's what Josh is saying. And that was huge tonight, guys. Huge tonight, man. We go 1-0 in this series, man. We got to feel great, man. We got to feel great. It's a great feeling for this team, man. Let me go back in the chat, man. See what everybody's talking about, man. Everybody's getting it in, man. Everyone's loving it. Everyone's feeling good. Let me see. Yes, I said that. I saw this from Tim. Okay, Corey Lindsay says, LV, man, the Knicks cannot be down big against Boston and expect to win. Yeah, man, agreed, man. But you know what? The playoffs is different, though, man. The playoffs is different. And I think that we got to be mindful of that because it's a different intensity in the playoffs. The game is called differently. You're playing the same team every other day. That's a different type of preparation than a regular season, right? So, even though they got down by 20, now you don't want to do that every game, but what happens in situations like this, a game like this can change the series because now this team may lose confidence and the other team will gain confidence. Right, so this is a big game, and I felt that the Knicks needed this game. The way Boston was playing, you had to steal this game. You could not let this slip through your cracks because this was your opportunity. Not that the Knicks take full advantage, and now we got a series. As you know, the playoffs don't start until the away team wins an away game, until the home team loses. However you want to look at it, but that's when the playoffs really start because now we got home court advantage. Now we go back to the Garden, either up 2-0. Or 1-1. And so now the pressure is back on them because they're defending champs, not us. So now we're just playing with house money. Okay, man. See everybody is in here talking about, man. Yeah, see, yeah, they called it carry on Brunson. Yo, that was insane, man. That was it. Yo, man. All right, let me be clear. That was a carry. Actually, it was more of a wasn't a carry. It was more of a discontinue. We should say that in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Discontinue. It was more like that, but everybody does it, man. Remember the last series? Remember K did that spin move and he carried and hooked the ball. They let that rock. Like, come on, man. Like these refs be picking and choosing when they want to call certain things. That's why, for me, I knew what it was, but I'm like, yo, they probably gonna let it rock, and they did it. I said, oh, they calling that now? They could call that on every play. Tatum carries all the time. His high dribble and everything like that, his in and out, everything is a carry with him, man. Everything. So these refs are insane, man. They pick and choose what they want to call and what they don't want to call. Big Tass says, what I love about the Knicks, man, is they don't trash talk like the other teams, like the Pistons. Yeah, man, they just go out there and just play hard, man. That's all they do. That's all they do, Big Tass. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't really, really get into all that nonsense. Now, if you want to get it shaken, you know what I'm saying? We ain't going back down from that. We ain't going back down for they CLV, man. CLV had to tighten it up, man. Shit joints. That's how we do uptown, man. See, you have to get it. See, Tim, that's how we do it uptown, man. Had to get it right, man. It's almost summertime, man. I had to get it right, man. Playoff ready, man. I had to get the playoff cut. Tim says, if we go up 2-0, we're going to want to finish them in the Garden. Brunson and the squad is not going to want them going back to Boston. Agreed. But we could, but Tim, we could finish them up in 6, though, man. We could finish them up in 6. But we ain't got a problem winning on the road, Tim. You know that. We've already proven that, man. This doesn't bother us, man, playing on the road. Some teams it does. Not us. Not us. This Rover says, Kel snatched, bro. Yo, he did, right? Brooklyn style. He snatched that joint like you on, what it was, Fulton Street, right? You gotta be careful out there, man. Every time I go to BK, I tuck my Jesus piece in, man. I tuck my chain in, man. I'm like, nah, man. That's how they've been known for that in Brooklyn, man. Snatching chains, man. That was what was the skating rink out there? Skate keepers in the Bronx. What was the skate? What was it? What was it? King something. What was the skating rink out there, man? I heard it was vicious out there, man. Dudes was getting their coats taken. A whole their triple fat gooses taken. What was the skating rink out there, man? Yo, what was the skating rink out there in Brooklyn, man? It was a King something. I don't want to say King Dome because King Dome is Harlem. That's the basketball. That's the Project Sport. Empire, J Supreme. That's what I'm talking about, B. The Empire. They get it shaking up in there, man. Yo, you got I thought Skate Keep. Nah, they get it shaking up in there, boy. The Empire, yeah, that was ill up in there, man. Ill up in there. You had to, yeah, man. You can't get caught slipping up in there, man. I'll be in and out. My man Tim says Deuce played a good game, man. I think it was a breakout game for him. We're about to see the Deuce from last year in the playoffs. You know what, Tim, man? I'm glad you said that. He hears the noise, man. He knows he didn't play well, man. He didn't play well last series. He hears the whispers. He hears people questioning him. Like I said it before, guys. Them moving off of Dante was a big part. A big part of it was the ascension of Deuce. Deuce's ascension was a big reason why they felt okay with making the move to get Towns. They didn't want to leave Dante. They didn't want to move off of that. But Deuce's ascension said, all right, cool. We got Deuce, though. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what Deuce turns into. So we feel comfortable moving that because he's younger than Dante. And not saying he's got more upside, but we like the direction he's going in, and he's on a friendly contract, right? So these last couple of months, he hasn't been playing well. You know, I think he's still struggling with this knee injury. Remember, he came back from the knee injury. I think he's still struggling with that. But I think tonight woke him up. Right, Tim? I think that he's really, really focused. He understands that this is the moment now. And this was big for him tonight, man. Those 11 points were huge. You see, we had to go to overtime. We only won by, what was it, 1 by 3? You know what I'm saying? So that's big, man. That's big. If he can give us that off the bench every night, man, this is a ball game now. Because what did Peyton Pritchard have? See, Pritchard had 13. Him and Deuce were going back and forth. Pritchard got a lot of his stuff on the line too. But he matched that impact, man. He matched that impact, and that's all we want for him. That's all we want from Deuce, to give us that same punch. And there you go, man. There you go. Jay Supreme said, "Yeah, that's yo, Jay, man. They was ill." I mean, my uncles and them used to go to the Fever. Remember the Fever? They used to go to the Disco Fever, man. They used to go to the rooftop. Remember the rooftop, Tim? Uptown? By the Polo Grounds? Brucey B? Yeah, if you know, you know, man. If you know, you know. Yeah, my uncles and them used to go to Disco Fever. They used to be in the Fever heavy. I was a young buck back then, but I remember they used to go out. They used to had their ballies on, you know what I mean? And their Ferragamos. In their Italian suits. How many dudes just be going out? They used to have these joints on, man. If you know, you know. If you was in New York City back in the day, man. If you know, you know, man. I was a young buck back in that time, man. Tim says me and my crew had to get it shaking there. Let them know what's up. Yo, listen, man. It's ill in the Empire, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Tim, you know. CZ says wild times in the rooftop. Yeah, rooftop was ill. Rooftop was ill, man. Rooftop was ill. Rooftop was ill, man. Ill. A lot of great times, but a lot of sad times over there, man. A lot of sad times. A lot of people, you know. You guys know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So it was ill. It was ill. You know what I'm saying, Tim? With Willie Burgers, Tim? From uptown, you know, man. Jay Supreme said, I used to go to the Fever when it's the Fever used to be ill. I came in front like I was up in there heavy, Jay, because I wasn't. That was my uncle. They was up in there doing their thing, man. Jay says all the pressure's on the C's right now. We playing with house money. Agreed. That's all we had to do is get a split. We got a split. That's big. That's big. You know what I'm saying? And so now, that's it. That's all we wanted. This Grover says, yep, Deuce has earned his name back. He is no longer. Yo, word up. Agreed. Yeah, man. Deuce, listen, man. Deuce, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I just think it's important for Deuce, man. I think because he's a really good player, man. And listen, we all were excited about him because of how well he's been playing. We all know defensively he's there, right? That's what got him on the court was defense. But him being able to knock down that three, right? Being able to do that, that's a big part of his game. And that's what we need. You know what I mean? We need that offensive punch coming off. Hey, guys, how do you feel? Yo, I think, why won't he play Shamet, man? Yo, give Shamet some minutes, man. That could be another punch offensively that we could use. Shamet was on a heater before he started the playoffs. Why won't Tips put him in there, man? I don't know, man. I don't see. Sometimes there's certain things with Tips, man. I don't know what his deal is. But listen, we got the win. I'm not complaining. But what I'm saying is that we're gonna need offensive punch because you know the Celtics is gonna try to make a bounce back here. So we got to keep this rolling offensively. You know what I'm saying? So that's, Tim says we got nothing to lose. The Celtics got everything to gain. If we beat the Celtics, you think the Celtics going to break this team up? Well, Tim, that's a definite. They're going to break it up. They just got new ownership, Tim. So now with them, it's a win now thing for them because this summer everyone's going to probably be going. Not everyone, but I think Tatum and Brown are going to be back. Maybe Porzingis, maybe Drew Holiday, but because you got two guys on a team, I think making $300 million or something like that. I think Tatum and Brown are getting $300 million. Let me look it up real quick, man. They're getting crazy money. JC, let me just look it up real quick, man. So Tatum is getting 34 a year. Tatum is getting $313 million, 5 years. 313 is getting 34. And Brown, Jaylen Brown, sorry, I'm reading this over. Jaylen Brown's getting $49 million a year, man. He's getting $50 million a year. I want to make sure I got this number correct because I don't want to give you guys the wrong number. He's getting 40. Jaylen Brown's getting $49 million a year, man. He's getting his contract right now that he's on. He's in year one. He's in year one of a $283 million deal. Like I told you guys, these guys is finished, man. These guys are done. These guys are done. These guys are getting big money. The apron is insane. They're over the apron, man. Yeah, Jay said that's a fact, man. They both get. That's what I'm saying. He getting 383. Tatum's getting 312. My man, they can't afford that. This is it. So they're not going to probably be able. Maybe they bring back White. Maybe. I don't know about Drew Holiday. I definitely don't think they bring back Porzingis because he's always hurt. He's always sick. Whatever his deal is. And now with Peyton Pritchard getting $6 million a year, I know they got him until another year, but they're not going to be able to afford him because he's going to want big money. He's going to want to. I remember IQ's getting big bread. IQ's getting over $100 million over there in Toronto. So Peyton Pritchard's going to say, "Yo," and to him, he probably be like, "I don't care if I go to Utah. I want to get that bread." Because what if he go to Utah? Utah gives it to him. Right? What if he goes someplace like Portland and they give it to him? Right? So he's going to be looking to go anywhere or the Pelicans or something like that, and they give it to him. NBIC says the cap is going up. It doesn't matter, man, if the cap is going up. It ain't going up enough for them to be able to keep all them dudes. It's not like the cap is going up $800 million. My man, like, it's not going up that much to where they could keep two guys on contract that's making over $600 million of the contract. Of the cap of the team. They can't afford that, NBIC. They can't afford that. This group says they straight up not allowed to keep all of them anymore. Yeah, man, yeah. Nowhere enough to keep them. That's what I'm saying. This Grover, you're right, man. Can't afford to keep everyone right. So believe it or not, guys, in a sense, right? Think about it. This is where the Knicks are going to probably be able to outrun them now, right? The same thing with the Cavs. The Cavs are dealing with the same issue. Because they got Garland, they got Spider, they got Mobley. Mobley's going to want. What's Mobley getting? He's going to want big money because, he's getting busy this year. If I'm correct, did he win Defensive Player of the Year this year? Did he win that? I hope they didn't give it to Gobert, man. He doesn't need to get it every year. In July of last year, Mobley signed 5 years, $224 million with the Cavs. That's what Mobley's getting. What's Donovan getting? Spider getting, man. Spider signed 5 years, 163. What's Garland getting? Darius Garland signed 5 years, 197. So they're close to that too. What is Jared Allen getting? They got like 4 dudes making over $100 million. They're not going to be able to keep that either. Guys got LV doing. Yeah, same thing, man. I think he's about to be a free agent also because he signed a 5-year, $100 million deal. Yeah, man. So they're another team too, and they got DeAndre Hunter. He's gonna want big money. I mean, this is just a numbers game, guys. Like, this is not hard to figure. This is just a numbers game. This Robert says, I predict Cal's taking a discount contract to stay with the boys. Yeah, he is, but he's gonna get paid though. He gonna get paid. He probably get like over $100 million. But this is it though. This is the squad. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? We're good where we're at. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is all these teams, even OKC, same thing with them. They still got to pay Chet. They still got to pay Jalen Williams. I don't know how long they plan on keeping Iheart. That's why they gave front-loaded Iheart's contract. So you got to think they want to pay them dudes first. You know, SGA just got a big deal. So, you know, the cap is the cap. So that's why we got to salute a guy like Brock Aller, man, because he's able to move these pieces around, keep this team together. Brunson took that pay cut. So now they're going to have to get some, you know, they got Deuce on a friendly deal. So now they're going to probably get some more pieces on the bench. Oh, and also, too, they're going to have to develop their young talent, and that's kind of how you're going to have to do it. But all these other teams are going to be broken up, man. Boston, definitely. I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland gets broken up. So it's going to be ill, man. It's going to be ill to see. It's going to be ill to see. Tim says the Celtics one and done, man. There's no 2-peat happening. If we have anything to say about it, agreed. This Robert says, listen, if nothing else, NYC knows how to manage money. Agreed. Mr. Blanks, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through the Rock with LV Live, man. Big time game win for the boys. Game 1. 108 to 105 in overtime. OG Anobi, 29 points, 4 rebounds. Mr. Blanks says, this was such a great game. Great win. Lets the Knicks keep the momentum up. Yeah, agreed, man. Game 2. Game 2, man, Wednesday night. Big win for them boys. All right, people, listen, let me get up out of here. Listen, I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me tonight, man. Big time win for them boys, 108 to 105. Go up 1-0 in the Eastern semifinals over Boston. So let's see if we can get the win Wednesday night. I will be on again after that game, so please come through and check it out. All right, please hit that like, share, subscribe button, hit that like button, people. Right, also, too, if it's your first time coming through, rocking with me, and you're watching us on a replay game, please subscribe to the channel, and also, too, please leave comments, because I do respond to comments. All right, listen, once again, I will be back Wednesday night after the game, so please come through and check out my show. All right, big time win for them boys, 108 to 105. Let's go up 2-0 in the series, people, all right? All right, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.